Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. And as they say, every other evening, welcome to the show. And also welcome to DXTL TV from the touchlines. Glad you could join us, and I do hope that you keep coming back to us because we're all on lockdown and I'm just another voice on the air, voice on the podcast that hopefully you may enjoy and want to participate in with us when we open our studio. Now again, you may know that we're in the loft at the moment until we have the go ahead to open a community building, because that's on lockdown at the moment, and we have our own studio, so we can't wait to get guests in. Well, today is obviously a special day. It's VE Day. It's the 75th anniversary of World War II. We're celebrating today and remembering our war heroes with a 2-minute silence at 11 a.m. today. We all took part in it, and I put a post up there today. It was just about the kids, because 9 times out of 10 the kids are never with us, are they? Now excuse me, this bank holiday, Monday, Friday, whichever it may be, obviously it was moved to celebrate. There was going to be parties, there was going to be all kinds, but obviously because we're on lockdown we could not do that. So it was a message to all the kids, because 9 times out of 10, if that would have happened, all the kids being out and maybe taking part in a few celebrations along the way, but now they're all in, I hope they all sat up and took a little bit more notice, because we've never put the pressure on the kids, not at all. This was to remember our war heroes, our war veterans now, just to see just how much they did for us when they were fighting against those Germans, dear me, and what they put themselves through. And it must have been unbelievable when Winston Churchill addressed the nation, like the Queen will do tonight at 9 p.m, to tell everyone that the war was over. Oh my God, can you imagine what it must have been like in those days? I can only imagine. But my parents, God rest their souls, they tried to tell me everything about them. But you see loads of war veterans, and you want them to stay with us forever and ever. Now, Captain Tom, or Colonel Tom, he has had an unbelievable year, hasn't he, what he's done, and his 100th birthday, and to see this as well, VE Day on the 75th anniversary, where he can also witness that, the flyover, the red arrows, and the memories must be horrible for those war veterans, to be honest. We can only just think about what they've gone through. We've all seen the films, but I put the post on just to give the kids a little bit more incentive to get involved and understand, and maybe this will do us good when we go out there. Maybe they'll, not all kids, I know a lot of kids do understand the situation because the teacher's coming in, but a lot of them just don't take it in and understand exactly why they are here, to be honest. And maybe when World War III is over, this coronavirus, because it's the whole world fighting this, fingers crossed, when this is over and we can all go back out in a bit more normality, the kids will understand, and the kids will appreciate our elders a little bit more, and just say, do you know what, life has changed for the better for us all. Kids appreciate it, and I hope it did. I hope the message got through a little bit. Mums and dads, sat them down and get them involved in the 2-minute silence, and also watching a few programs. Yeah, it'll be all day, and probably it'll get a bit boring for the kids all day, because it is going to be on all day. And maybe you sit down and watch the Queen's pre-recorded message tonight at 9 p.m. Anyway, I appreciate you all tuning into us, enjoying the Grassroots Weekender show. Obviously we started off on that because it's a very, very important thing, and the same as the coronavirus, the celebrations will probably be just as big. But what we've got to say about VE Day, we all talk about the war heroes, fantastic, but we don't talk, as we're talking today, about the key workers, the people behind the scenes, what they did in the shops, the stores. We never ever mention that, do we? But we're mentioning all that now. Key workers getting involved in what we're doing in coronavirus, with the NHS nurses, doctors, everyone. We're all given the gratitude that they deserve. But what about the good old days, 75 years ago, with the key workers as well? There must have been amazing people out there, and I'm sure these stories will come to light. We always hear the war stories. What about behind the scenes? What about the food, the queues, the people who were serving the food, and everyone who was just involved? There must have been millions of key workers who have never been thanked as well. But anyway, we thank all our key workers here for what's going on with the coronavirus, COVID-19. We need to get up and running, and as soon as we possibly can. I know the Prime Minister, he makes a speech at 7 p.m, and I think everyone is taking it into perspective that it's all over. It isn't all over. We were told yesterday by the government in no uncertain terms that it's still locked down. Don't be venturing out. People are just getting the wrong message. Please be safe, stay in, keep your families safe, please, because even I'm witnessing now kids everywhere all playing together. They've got the wrong message, and we don't want this to go up and running again and cause mayhem, because it's what's going to happen. I'm seeing loads and loads. This week has just been unbelievable. Driving from Warrington back, I've got to drive, by the way, I'm a key worker, and on the healthcare, social work, adult healthcare work, so yeah, that's my duty as well as voluntary for Don't Cross the Line. And the people I witnessed out and about in groups of 5, 6, 7 people, honestly, sunbathing, walking around as if nothing was going on. I don't know, I think the government has been lackadaisy in turning around. They're thanking people for the social distancing. Well, if that's social distancing, what's going to happen if we have it a second time around, if we just open up too easy? We need to drum it in, because I got the impression that we were going to be stopped. The police were going to stop us all, asking us where we're going, what exercises we're doing. That's never ever materialised. And I had my letter from the company, probably a waste of time, and I've got my ID badge and my PE, personal equipment, PPE equipment in the car, and it's just, it makes you wonder why I'm actually taking it, because you don't need it. And you see carloads full of 5 people in the cars, so wherever they're going, I don't know. But anyway, my little rant is over. Please be safe. Remember, it's not over. It's a bank holiday today. It's a long weekend. You've had long weekends. Everyone's losing track of days. I'm alright, because, and I can imagine if you're on lockdown, you will forget the days. But I know it's Friday today, and I know it's Saturday, Sunday the next day. Anyway, still see loads of great posts going out there on social media, but they're cutting down a little bit. You can see people running out of ideas. People are getting fed up with the same things that they're watching. But I commend everyone who's out there singing, because you never get fed up with singing competitions on there. And they're now starting to do quizzes. So if you're any good at your quizzes, I'm hopeless, so I wouldn't take part in them. Excuse me. Please get involved in whatever people are doing on social media. It's a great little thing. It keeps everyone going, and I suppose it keeps everyone smiling. But the main thing is be safe, stay indoors, and just wait to see what the Prime Minister has to say at 7 p.m. on Sunday. And I'm sure there'll be a lot more people going to work, whoever they need. As you can see, one of the hairdressers, one of the barbers coming back, they're getting a warning, because these black market barbers, I wish I'd have found one before they all got the warning, who are staying open and cutting hair and trying to make a living, I suppose. They've been warned about their activities, and they must stop. So it looks like I'll be having another go at my hair soon. Dear me. Oh, how many of you there now who haven't had your hair cut either? It must be a nightmare. You're scared. You'll be scared to go out. We all will. Can you imagine the queues at the barbers and the hairdressers when they actually open? Dear me. You might as well stay in and just wait, and hopefully there'll be loads of mobiles going around as well. But anyway, welcome to the show yet again, and it's about grassroots football, and there is none at the moment. Referees, I hope you're keeping yourselves fit, ready for the big kick-off when it eventually comes by us again. Obviously we'll celebrate Saturday and Sunday as if we've got some football on. Please keep in that respect. It's all about keeping our referees within the game. Let's just hope the referees, as I say, are keeping themselves fit, healthy, and just waiting for the time to blow that whistle again and get the games started. But also a sad bit of news we've got again today. Radio City Talk. I noticed on the post there, and then the Liverpool Echo, our local paper, not yours no doubt, but it's a radio station. It's closing down after 12 years, and I've had some great times, some great interviews with the likes of Mick Coyle, Pete Price. They've all been on there. There's been many of hosts on there, producers who've had me on the show, and I just feel it's horrible to close it down because it's not financially viable and it's an outside company. And it's been great for Merseyside, and I just want to mention each and every one of you who've been fantastic, because you covered a lot of interest in issues and topics, which was especially the mental health. You've even kept us on the map to glory with Don't Cross the Line. You've followed us right the way through your 12 years. You've had me on the show umpteen times, and I've really, really enjoyed it, and I can't knock you enough and thank you enough. It will knock you, dear me. Thank you enough, because it must be heartbreaking for you to be told that it's not going to be viable anymore, and later on in the spring they're saying it's going to close down. And I don't know what the producers and the interviewers are going to be doing there. You know, I feel sorry for them, because I know them personally, and I've had some, as I say, great interviews, and they've promoted Don't Cross the Line, and as well as other things within our community. So I'd just like to wish them all the very, very best of luck, and let's just hope the reporters all get jobs, because honestly they're really, really great at the jobs that they do. And maybe if you're listening, if you're watching, maybe you can get in touch with me, especially Mick Coyle. I think he's too good to let go anyway. He's going to be on Radio City, the sister station itself, or the big company. Radio City is the big broadcaster in America as well, isn't it? But they do great work there, and I know them, loads and loads of them. And even Pete McDowell, who started off there, and he's the compere now at Liverpool Football Club, and he's gone massive. Pete, he's done great. So I'm sure he'll be a little bit disappointed himself as well. As well as Pete Price. It was great. It was great for the community, and we all know it brings people together. I do my podcast here, and people send me all their messages, and even as far as America. So people do listen. I know there's that many podcasts and that many cameras on YouTube now that people are stuck for choice. It's not just, oh, I'll press that one, I'll just go and see Mal. There's a million more, not just mine, that people want to get involved in, and the audiences everywhere have gone right down because of this, probably, and this is what's been the cause of City Talk being the close down. So I just wish everyone all the very, very best at City Talk, and let's just hope someone steps in and says, do you know what, we'll make this viable, we'll come in there and help you out. Liverpool Football Club, imagine having your own radio station. That's one for you. Or Everton. Wow, it'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Just think of that one. Anyway, good luck to you all, and as I say, it's a little bit of sad news from Merseyside, and if there's a petition going around, I'll be the first to sign it, and I'm sure there'll be many, many more Merseysiders doing exactly the same thing. It's bad news for them all round. Anyway, we've got the Bundesliga starting up. Not too sure when that starts up, but that's the news coming from Sky Sports. I must be getting a little sore throat myself today, but I'm okay, I'm clean bill of health, no worries. It's just that all the talk and everything that's going on, being mad busy, and I can't wait to get the show on the road again with the DXTL podcast. You'll have plenty of interviews. We've got Chris Roy, ex-Premier League referee. He's lined up. Keith Hackett, World Cup referee, ex-Premier League referee and ex-boss of the PGMOL. We have now Michael Riley on that. And I'll be in touch with Mike as well and see if we can get some referees, especially if the game starts up again. But neutral venues, they're not going to be here on Merseyside, so I won't be seeing any referees. And obviously it's social distancing, so I'm not expected to see many people. But in our studio, that's okay. They can walk in, they've got plenty of room, sit at one end of the table where you don't have to get near each other, and we're more than 2 metres away from each other. I'll make it a cup of tea anyway, but not a problem. You can call in to us, and we'll have loads and loads of personalities coming in who have promised us just beforehand that they'll set up some interviews, and especially Liverpool and Everton. So it'd be something, worthwhile keeping in touch with us for. But we've got loads going on anyway with DXTL. We didn't have our Respect Awareness Weekend, but we did batter social media. It was a massive campaign for us. We put on tons and tons of photographs, and we'll do exactly the same next year. But I've got loads and loads more time because we've been promised by the PGMOL, Mike Riley and all the referees and personalities there, and Liverpool and Everton are on board for next season, on board for this season. They were ready, rearing to go. Essex County FA, Liverpool County FA, but we want every single county FA on board for next season. And thank you very, very much indeed. A massive thank you to all the referees. I'm adding them all on. There's plenty of you now on Facebook, social media, and you're all accepting my request. So yeah, let's get you all involved in Respect as well. We do a lot of work for the referees, and you can see straight away as soon as I add them to my page, they're accepting this straight away, which is a great thing. Thank you very, very much indeed. I want to build my my friends up as much as I possibly can. Let's get all the referees on board, and I'm sure those referees will support us in turn when we do our Respect, when the season kicks off again, when we get some football going. And I did promise you about our summer camp, our coaching. Well, we have put down, penciled it in, and as I say, we're still awaiting what's going to happen with the FA, what they say. July, August, they could still say no, we're leaving it till September before we have any kick-arounds whatsoever. So the coaching could still be out the window. We're lining our coaches up, ready. We're getting ready. All we need now is the kids, I suppose. And I know you're all waiting, what's going to happen, how much is it going to be, how long is it for? It'll be the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the last week in July, and the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, last week in August. Well, going back to our podcasting, we'll have young commentators. You know, we have secured a little bit of funding there for more equipment, new equipment, and I want to go up bigger, that little bit, you know, extra special for the DXTL podcast. And it'll be great news for yourselves when you come in for interviews, because I'm looking into the mod cons, as they say, the better equipment. I've got good equipment now, but hey ho, you've got to update things, haven't you? And there's new equipment on the market. So I'm talking to radio lads, my suppliers, and they find out the best for me, the best and the cheapest. And to be honest, I want to be the best in grassroots football. So I want you to join up. I'm going to have a team behind me. I'm building up a team as well. So there'll be different shows. It'll all be to do with grassroots football. It won't be any politics, anything like that. And I'm just, excuse me while I have a cough again, because I'm getting this tickle and I didn't make myself a cup of tea. So anyway, I really appreciate you all joining us up. If you've got anything that you'd like me to talk about at all with grassroots football, the podcasting, DXTL TV from the touchlines, if you're looking for us, that's where you can find us. You can watch me on the show as well, or you can just listen on www.don'txtheline.com, and that's just the podcast where you can just listen to. That many do, but now more and more are coming to DXTL from the touchlines on YouTube. So I appreciate you all joining up and teaming up with us. So if you have any messages that you'd like us to talk about, any birthdays, any of the kids want to get involved in young commentators, because that will be up and running again soon. I'll talk to Chase from Condor Online and Roisy. They're ready to go, but we're all on lockdown and we're all itching. We're all buying new trainees, ready to run into positions and get these kids back in and start promoting what we do best. And we're going to have a lot of kids involved in DXTL from the touchlines. I assure you, they're going to be young commentators, and they'll be raring to go because their confidence will not be knocked, I assure you. So if you're interested, mal at don'txtheline.com. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. I'm even on Instagram, and you know what, I need to update that because I'm on that many. It just gets tiring going on. Even LinkedIn, you're going on, you're forgetting to put posts on, you're thinking, dear me, wow, it's a tiring time. But hey ho, yes, I do full-time work as well, so we squeeze it in. We're a not-for-profit organisation, Don't Cross the Line, so everything we do is to do with grassroots football. And I'm raring to go with the Liverpool County FA, Essex County FA, and every county FA. And I'm in touch by email with every one of them as well. So I'll be up to date with all the info that's coming your way. Anyway, I appreciate you tuning into us and watching us as well on DXTL from the Touchlines on YouTube, as well as the podcast on Don't Cross the Line. So we'll be back again tomorrow evening at 7. I hope you join us. Thank you very much for tuning into us. We'll be back at 7. So for myself, Mal Lee and all the team at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line and Respect Campaign, have a great evening. From me, put your feet up, relax, have a little drink and enjoy the rest of the evening. See you tomorrow at 7. Good night, God bless.